Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video where we are going to take a look at a report that was issued by the International Energy Agency EIA in the end of 2020. We thought it would be a good point to add to the green data that we're having in the market today. A lot of the renewable energy stocks are climbing significantly with double-digit growth, which is obviously good to see. We don't necessarily see that the pullback has ended. We think that there's more volatility to be seen ahead. So again, just keep tight as we've mentioned in some of our separate videos. But we thought that at least the report that was issued by EIA tells a bit the good story that we are at least seeing in the solar space, and which has been going on for the last many years. So if we take a look at the graph, it shows the solar capacity addition on an annual basis from 2015 all the way up to the latest forecast year of 2022. If we first go to 2015, we can see that the annual capacity addition in that specific year was around 45 gigawatt. Since then, the solar industry has continued booming, and in the most recent year of 2020, the annual capacity addition was 107 gigawatt. So quite significant growth year over year during the period. And EIA expects that this will continue during this year 2021 and next year 2022, where it may increase with 10% during this year and 25% in the next year. So the largest contributor to the upswing in 2021 will be India, which will almost double its capacity addition from 2020. And this is due to that certain number of auction solar projects are expected to become operational following delays due to corona situation, but also some contract negotiation and land acquisition challenges. At the same time, there is quite a lot of solar projects in France and Germany and Europe that is expected to come online. Beyond that, in 2022, a lot of the things will depend most on China and the policy framework that is going to be decided during this year. And also because there's still some struggles in India regarding financing and projects and also delay of auctions that may hamper the growth. Again, if some of these uncertainties can be addressed, that is basically the trigger that the global solar capacity would increase with the 25% up to the 150 gigawatt in 2022. And China alone would account for approximately 30% of this increase. So it just shows how important the policy framework in China is going to be for the continuous growth of the solar industry. And again, if we just take a look from a 3-year perspective, if this is going to happen, it would mean an increase of almost 40%. So that's, quite significant. And we think that it may not be that it's going to be 150, but growth is going to be there for sure. And if it's not going to be that year, we think it's going to be pushed in the coming years, because we don't think that there's too many governments who wants to stop the whole decarbonization of their economies. It will not be good politics, basically. So we definitely think that this is going to benefit the solar industry going forward. The last one, the US, obviously it's going to be quite interesting to see how the Biden presidency will implement some of the regulations around that. And again, if they have more aggressive targets that is going to be implemented, obviously that would also contribute to a faster deployment in the US, and that could further steer some growth for the solar industry. Another interesting graph from the EIA is the total installed power capacity by fuel and technology from 2019 to 2025. And as we can see here, the baby blue colored line on the graph is wind and solar. The solar is the majority of the capacity. But what we can see over the coming years up until 2023, this is the time where wind and solar is expected to surpass natural gas. And only 1 year after, it is expected to surpassing coal. So quite a significant paradigm shift that we're going to see over the coming years in terms of the total installed capacity by technology. And what is quite interesting is that EIA states that despite some of the challenges that has emerged from the COVID crisis, the fundamentals of the renewable energy expansion have not changed. Solar and onshore wind are the cheapest ways of adding new electricity generating plants in most of the countries today. And what they're saying is in countries where good resources and cheap financing are available, wind and solar plants will challenge existing fossil fuel plants. So in the end of the day, what they're clearly saying is that solar projects today offer some of the lowest cost electricity in the history. And obviously with the significant reductions in cost we have seen for the solar, which is perhaps expected to flatten more out but still go downwards, this should be the case going forward. And all these things are obviously positive impacts on the solar industry and the company that operates in that. So this is all we had for today on this. We just thought it would be a good addition to the green day we're having in the market to say it still seems like there's some kind of bull case for the solar industry going forward. At least that's what we are believing. Please subscribe for future content. Please give us a like. It really helps with the algorithm. And please provide a comment in the comment section. What do you think of this? Do you think that solar and wind is going to be the main renewable energies in the future, or will there be other ones that is going to challenge their dominance? Besides that, there's not much more to say than stay safe, have a nice day. Hasta la vista, baby.